the hut thing. Yeah, we'll go and check that out. If you're wondering what we're doing today, we're walking or hiking, as some people say, to the top of a hill or fell called Binsey in Cumbria. This is going to be pretty fun. If you look over there towards Skiddaw and down into the Lake District, it's starting to look a little cloudy, but we're going to deal with it. I'm prepared. I think we're almost halfway up the first big hill. Now we should be at a good point to start relaxing. Look at that view. The Lake District's amazing. So we're just inside the Lake District. Just. I think I'll check out that little hut with the chimney type of thing on the top. I think I'll check that out now. So we'll make our way to the top, then we'll come back down and continue along the trail. Oh, it's quite steep here. This is interesting. So it looks like a small destroyed hut. So this kind of looks like a post for directions. But I'm not sure why that would be in a little hut. This looks like a fireplace. I think that's an old chimney. Pretty cool, that. All the rubble down the floor. We're gonna continue now. I think I'll go down this way. I'll just go down here. Quite rocky here, you don't want to slip. We're back on trail. Right, let's get to the top of this hill. And from the OS map I looked on and Google Maps, I think it goes 2 or 3 ways. There's like 3 different trails. This is like the starting climb for all of them. Unless you're coming from the other way. I think I'll just have a bit of a sip of water. Okay, here's our first obstacle. So, do we go out that way or do we go out that way? Well, I'm aiming to get to the top of Binsey, so I think that will go down somewhere, like down the coast, down that end, or somewhere where you can then go onto another trail and walk. So I'm not going to take that trail. I'm guessing here. I think I'm gonna take this trail. I'm gonna have a go of this trail today. Right, here's where it gets tricky, because now you're just kind of in open field. Ooh, there's some sheep around here grazing. I don't know whether to go straight on or go kind of up here. I don't want to scare the sheep. I'm going up here though. You can see kind of small tracks. Instead of following it that way, I think I'm gonna go over here, because I think that just goes to like another farmer's field. So we're gonna go a bit off course and see if we can make it to the main track up to Binsey. My feet are getting slightly wet. Yes, I've got it right. So, see where all those sheep are? They're on the edges of the trail. So, I'm gonna have to go between the middle of them and then up past those trees up there. And that's Binsey. And that's Skiddaw over there. So I'm aiming to get to the top of there today. And back to down, of course. So I'm trying to get between that tree over there and that tree over there somewhere. One of them to try to get near those trees. And then I think I've got to, those cows and sheep, I've got to make my way either through there, around them, or go right over the top of that big hill. This is some adventure. The wind is starting to blow a bit. I'm just gonna see if I can get between these sheep. Hopefully I don't startle them. I got a feeling there are cows up there. I don't want to scare them. So I think I'll go over the big mound. And I think once I'm on top of that big mound, on the top of that hillish area, I think I'll stop for lunch, bit of a break, then we'll make it down the other side of that, and then the real work starts. It might look a bit of a small hill, which it is compared to other fells, but it's very, so you get to the bottom of it and then the elevation is a massive difference. It's like this part of the trail makes you wanna do it, or this is like easy, but then as soon as you hit that the start of the fell, it's just gonna get really difficult. I've got that feeling it's just gonna get really difficult. This hill's tiring my legs a bit. Please help me. By the end of the year, I'm aiming to get 50 or 60 subscribers. So please subscribe if you're watching this, and like. That would help me out a lot. Yeah, those are cows. So I'm gonna go straight over that hill. Once I'm at the top of this hill, I'm gonna need a drink or snack to get me over the other hill and of course to the top of Binsey. The sun's coming out now, but hopefully all that bad weather doesn't come over here, because then I'll have to put a raincoat on and get everything out of my bag, then put it back in, which is a bit of work. So let's just hope that doesn't happen. It's a lot of cloud on Skiddaw. But it doesn't look like it's raining at the minute. Right, let's get to the top of this hill. Look at that. I'll zoom in a bit. That's Bassenthwaite down there. Bassenthwaite Lake. That's such a great view, that. Binsey might not be the best or highest fell in Cumbria, but you get a really good view of the lakes from up here. I mean, look at that, that's just beautiful. It'll be even better, hopefully, when we get to the top of Binsey. But if you look at the clouds, it looks like it's kind of coming over towards us. Hopefully it doesn't rain, but let's just try and get a move on and get to Binsey as soon as possible so we can get a good view. And by looks of it, right now, I don't think the sun's gonna go down yet. So I'm gonna have a little snack, little break, water break. And we're gonna see if I can make it to the top of Binsey. It's starting to get a lot windier up here. the cows might have moved a bit. Oh no. Comment down below if you think I made the right choice to go over here or to stick to the path. Look at that. It's amazing, that view. You can see Windlasser over there. Keswick, kinda. Let's get to the top of this hill. It's a lot of work, this hill, but it's worth it. Oh look, there's a little motocross track down there. It's cool. We'll get a better view once we're at the top of this hill. Let's do a bit of running. Oh, it's quite rocky in some places. The grass sometimes grows slightly over the rocks, so you can't see them, so then they're kind of lethal. If you slip, you'll probably hurt yourself. Whew. Oh my. I'm gonna stop here on these rocks. Whew. Wow, look at that. That view is amazing. Whew. Right. I'm gonna have a little break now, a little snack. Take a few pictures of the view. And then I'm ready to get going again. And then we'll have another break at the top probably. And we'll come back down. Right, okay, we're back on our way to the top of Binsey. So, one of the hills, and I didn't see from back down there, there's another hill. Look at those cows. Let's hope they're not blocking the gate up to Binsey. It's quite marshy here. I think, from my calculations, and also by guessing, I think we'll make it to the top in time to see the view, and then get back down in time as well. My legs are just burning. dark now. I think it might rain. So, I looked on the OS map, there's some marshy area down at the bottom and like a small stream. So we'll check that out, see if we can make it through the marsh part of it, and then make our way to the top. I'm going to keep myself hydrated for the big climb. It's not hot today, but when you're walking, it can feel very hot. In Cumbria and in the lakes, I've also done other fells like Helvellyn and Causey Pike and also Lattrick. So I got a bit of experience of hiking and walking, but I've never really had a very soggy, wet, rainy climb. I've had a bit of snow, Helvellyn sometimes when I've been walking up there, but wet, soggy ground and rain is a bit of a new thing to me. Especially while hiking and walking, rain, soggy ground, it makes your feet heavy, and I haven't really done much of that type of walking before. A bit in winter. Right, so you got to climb over this gate. Now for the climb. It's getting a bit cold now. My feet are all wet. It's not ideal, but I said before, I'm gonna have to deal with it. I'm pretty much prepared for this, so I'm gonna have to deal with it. Aha! So we made it to the stream. It looks like it comes down through here and down there somewhere, and here's the marsh. I'm gonna see if I can find a bit of a dry spot and then jump over it. Made it through that. There might be a second one, I think. Or we go with the trail, bit of running, trying to make up some time lost from going around those cows and sheep. What an adventure this has been so far. It might not have been such a what do you call it, a long trip, like a camping trip, but a hike is a hike. It's always going to be challenging. It's really fun, this. Oh, and finally the sun's came out. That's a good sign. And I think the clouds starting to maybe clear a bit. That's good news. There's some sheep over there and behind there. They were making noises. Chomping on grass and stuff like that. Beautiful animal sheep over there. They are. There's some down there somewhere, I think. I think they've cleared away now. I think once I get to the top of this, I'm going to put a time lapse on, because I think it might take me a while to get to the top. It's starting to rain now, so I'm going to probably have to get my raincoat on. Oh man. Good news just turned into bad news. Okay guys, so we got an update. We're about halfway up Binsey now, and put my hat on and my jacket because it's starting to get a little cold up here. Okay guys, so last big climb now, up to the top of Binsey, and then that will be the climb done, and then we got to tackle this descent, which will be fun after all this climbing. Skiddaw, Helvellyn, and all the other fells are way harder than this, but this one's still a fun one. It's really cool how it goes, like climb, flat land, descent a bit, climb. It's really fun, this type of terrain. I wonder how long this would have taken me. Look at these little bushes. They're pretty. There's lots of them. There's different shades of pink. There's more bushes up there. This is a great Great climb, great climb. I'm very happy with what I've done so far, but I think I need to get a bit of a move along again. Oh, a bit of running, making up a bit of time. Wow. Look at small trees just in random places up at the top here. Whew. Oh, got some biscuits, Biscoff and nice, I don't know what you call them. I'm gonna have them at the top. There's a lot of sheep poo on this fell because the sheep graze quite a lot around this area, especially on the path. That's why they're basically like the unpaid grass. Because they trample on the trail, eat the trail, and they kind of make the trail in a way. But as you can see, other areas haven't been grazed as much, and I think that's because we've had such a cold winter, like last year, and it's just been cold all the time. And then we've had a couple nice weeks where they've grazed a bit here, and then it's a bit cold now again. And obviously they've had all their fur being cut off. Shit. And that then goes on to make wool jumpers and woolly hats and stuff like that. So obviously they'll be feeling maybe a bit cold, so hopefully when they get their fur back, these trails will be nice again. Oh, I just realised something. There's another path going up there. I think that might have been the one I should have taken, but this trail looks pretty okay. I'll see what this one goes to. Hopefully I'll make it to the top fine. Because there's no point cutting across all the bush, because that's just really exhausting, and I'll get wet socks and wet feet, so there's no point really. And if I went all the way back, then it would just be a waste of time, because in the end this one might take me to the top okay, but I might just have to go back onto that trail on another trail. So I'll take this one and see what happens. It's windy up here, pretty chilly. Lucky I'm moving around, exercising, and I've also got a woolly hat and a coat on. Oh, look at that view. Oh, it's even better from up here. It'll be even better once I'm at the top. Right, let's get a move on. Although I This is my first YouTube hike, first filmed hike. So, hikers out there, YouTubers that do hiking, tell me how I've done. I don't think I've done too well, but I've made it to the top pretty much. That's what I aim to do, and I can be better in the future at hiking up fells. There's a trail up there, but it looks a bit soggy. I think that's the top, that mound of rocks up there. I think that might be the top. So I think I might have just almost made it to the top. Yes, I think I've done it. It's quite flat, this bit at the top of Binsey. I don't know why. Is it like that at the top of other fells? Like this flat? Because I think from what I remember on Helvellyn, it was quite narrow. Same with Causey Pike. If you think about it, Electric's kind of the same. I've almost made it to the top. I just need a bit of a break. Ooh. I'm so happy I've done this. I think this is the top here. Oh, look at that. Look at this view. This is absolutely amazing. Look at that valley over there. It's got a little waterfall in there somewhere. Oh, what a view. This is just amazing. That's made my day. Oh, it's windy up here. Oh, what a view. That's actually absolutely amazing. Apparently there's a tradition that you should find a rock and then throw it into one of these piles up at the top. You can also shelter it in a way. Got my rock. Oh, it's quite windy here. I mean, look at that view. Is that not amazing? Because if it isn't, I don't know what is amazing. Here we go. is above sea level. That is really amazing. 447 meters above sea level. It's starting to brighten up now, that's good news. Right, let's put the down. Okay guys, that's this video coming to a close now. We've been to the top of Binsey and back down. Hope you enjoyed this video and we'll see you next time.